Hey, how you doing, everybody? I hope everybody's doing great. A little something different for you. I know I had Bitty Pops on here before and Funko Pops. Bitty Pops are made by Funko, but I've had them on here before. We did Nightmare, and we had as far as we had Nightmare as far as the Bitty Pops and regular full size Funko Pop, as well as Transformer Funko Pop. So we have a little something different. I'll get into it in a second why. That season's coming up, my peoples. Now, this is for the movie or cartoon special. Well, not really cartoon, it's stop animation. But Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Look at that. 60 years. I was not around when it first came out. So, but we all watch it to this day. I have the DVD. Um, so Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer made its debut in 1964 television special, perhaps one of the most well-known versions of Rudolph. And in oh wait a minute, I'm getting into all that, and I forgot something. If you could do that, I appreciate it. And if you could also hit that subscribe. So everybody that hit subscribe, thank you so much. And everybody that will, thank you so much. You're helping me build the channel, and I really appreciate you people. Thanks. I really, really do appreciate that. So perhaps one of the most well-known versions of Rudolph Expedition in the New York-based ranking-based production company Christmas television special from 1964 and filmed in non and stop motion animation at special thing there. You grew up watching this as a kid. It was always on TV every year as a kid. I do believe they still play it. We have it on DVD and what you call it as well, Blu-ray. So we don't really watch it that much on TV anymore, but I do believe it still comes up. I'm not absolutely 100% sure. All those holiday classics, some of the really old ones, like from Thanksgiving Comes Before the Parade. You gotta watch that March of the Wooden Soldiers, people. That is the classic. And yes, I'm bringing my son up on the classics. And I'm the 80s baby, so I definitely watched this when I was a kid. And yes, there is a mystery pop, and I will get into who I wanted it to be. I already opened it, as you can see. I couldn't wait. I had to open it and see the minute I got it. And I didn't get the one I wanted, so I'm still on the hunt or the search for him. But we'll get that in a minute, and we'll talk about the ones that are in there. So um, let me see here. I'm just trying to get a little something in here. I printed out some history on the actual show. But like I said, it's a classic. I mean, how could you be Christmas without March of One Soldier Rudolph? And there is others I like just as much. Uh, what are we? Christmas Story. Elf is a pretty cool one. Grinch with Jim Carrey. One of the best. I mean, there's simply that is one of the best. And stop animation, if you really think about it, how long it must have taken to get into each of those poses and get the actual filming of that, because they had to pose it and stuff. It must have been a drastically long shoot for this TV series, but guess what? It became embedded in our history and in our lives because we always couldn't wait until this came out as kids. So I'm just gonna take it out. I'm not gonna show the mystery one right away. But like I said, I did take it out, so I know who the mystery character is. Just gonna put him to the side for a minute, and I'll tell you. We'll get into that, and then I'll tell you who I really wanted it to be. And as you could see there, you have the Bumble. You actually have two of the Bumbles. You have the narrator, Snow guy over there. You got Rudolph. You got Dasher. And you got Clarice. You got the Charlie in the box, because nobody wanted a Charlie in the box. You have Mrs. Claus, Santa Claus, Hermie, the polka dot elephant. I don't know if he had a name or not. If he did, I don't remember. Sorry. And we have Yukon, Cornelius, and then the special ones are, like I said, the narrator, King Moonracer, a different Santa, and a different Hermie. And you can stack them. And now I know everybody has their own little favorite in this series. So, I'm going to take this out for a minute. But as you can see, these will stack up on each other. So as you get them, you can stack them. I actually want to stack them and put something on the front of it, kind of a display. And at first, I just wanted to get my favorite and a few of them. Now I think I want to get all of them. So they supposedly have blind bags of them as well, and you can download the Funko app there, right there. But yes, they supposedly have what you call it, blind bags of them. I have not seen the blind bags yet. I really like these little tray stand things. These are really cool. So definitely a cool adaptation of them. And I'll get to who's my favorite. And like I said, you may have someone of a different favorite than I did. Um, I don't know why. I can't explain why he's my favorite, but I'll tell you in a little bit. A little reveal in the end. Um, but we had the Bumble right there. I'm not that excited about the Bumble. I'm sorry. I know some people are. He was never one of my favorites, but as you can see there, if I can get it to focus. Right there, the Bumble. And they do have a number on it. It's number 5. Yeah. And there you see him and what he looks like outside. The Bumble was definitely a big part of the show. Definitely, I give you that. Was he my favorite? No. And then we have good old Clarice over here. She is. Why does she have such a high number compared to the Bumble? Anyway, as you can see there, the box. It's small, so it's having a little problem. Um, Clarice says it on the front, says it on the sides. And then, of course, in her actual out of the box little look to her. If I can get it to focus. Focus. Come on. There we go. So really cool looking. Like I said, I really like these. The bitty pops. They're kind of cool. It's a little bit expensive. It's $15 for the set, but I definitely want to get all of them. And then of course you have over here. You have good old Rudolph. I think they actually have 2 Rudolphs and a dancer. I think. But come on, focus there. Another high number for him. I don't know why. And there you have him right there in his full mode right there. Now I'm going to show you who I got, and you will know. Like I said, these are the special ones. That's the ones I want to get. I got Hermie. I'm not being upset. I like Hermie too. He's cool. I got Hermie with the little dentist pliers so he could fix the teeth in the doll. So you have it, Hermie. He's got his little pliers on there as well, right on the case. As you can see him right there, if I can get him. Like I said, these guys are hard to focus. There, that's a really good focus there for a second. There we go. Cool. I don't have the regular Hermie. Let me just look at this. I think it's 2 Rudolphs. Yeah. Oh no, it's actually 3 different Rudolphs. So it's not Dancer. It's 3 different Rudolphs, 2 different Bumbles, 1 Clarice, 1 regular Santa, 1 Mrs. Claus, 1 regular Hermie, Charlie in the box, which is funny because we have a dog named Charlie. So I always say, hey, nobody wants a Charlie in the box, Charlie. So that gets to add to it, right? Now, you saw who I got in the package, the blind package. And like I said, everybody has their own little favorite to the show. My favorite was King Moonracer. And I can't put my finger on it why, but I just think he was really cool looking, and he was the ruler of the Island of Misfits toys. And haven't we all felt like a misfit every now and then, right? So he was the savior of the misfit toys. He gave them a place to stay, and he gave them a place to live and be free. Of course, Santa came and picked them up and brought them. And I got my own little story that maybe we'll do a review of the movie when we get closer to the holidays. But I have my own little things that I find quite odd in that show. But yes, King Moonracer was my favorite, and I definitely want to get a King Moonracer. So I am on the lookout for one. I'm not going to stop until I get him. even if I have to order him separately. But I do want my King Moon Racer. So there you have it, people. A little bit of the holidays that are coming up to bring you into that holiday spirit. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And like always, people, have a great day.